so far?
Yeah, I think I definitely made a jump. I think whenever I sat down and kind of looked at myself and saw what I needed to be changed and made those changes in practice habits, I think they really reflected in the game, especially this past week.
Just a few minutes ago, Coach Bryce said he thought it was your best game against UCF. Do you agree with that assessment, or how did you feel?
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I think I came in with a lot more confidence just based off of the week of practice that I had. Coming off the field Wednesday and Thursday, I felt like I had my two best practices again up to this point. And so I was super excited to go play. I knew what the weather was going to be like in Florida. I knew it wasn't going to be like cold. It was going to be a little humid, a little bit rainy. So my mind was already set and ready for any scenario that was going to happen.
When you're playing in the weather like that, do you feel like that benefits you, hurts you? I mean, what's the matchup there when it's that type of weather?
Any weather, any place, any time. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just ready to play ball.
What do you see from Texas Tech's D-line?
Yeah, they're a big group. They're good at a lot of things. Not really bad at a lot of things, but they're good. We're excited for the challenge this week. We've played a handful of pretty good D-lines and boxes so far, and so we're just ready for our next challenge.
What do you think about Lee Hunter?
He's a big guy. He's a big, strong guy. I know he played at UCF a couple years ago, and so Kobe actually played against him. So I kind of asked him a little bit about what he thought, and I'm probably going to text some of the older guys who were here when they played him to kind of see what their thoughts on him. I know he plays a lot of head up nose, and so I'm definitely going to have my hands full, but I'm excited for the challenge.
How much does it help when you play other D-lines like Missouri, West Virginia that have talent? How much does that help you when you then come up against a team like Texas Tech?
Yeah, I kind of look at my whole career. I came from the SEC, and anytime I'm super nervous to play somebody, for example, I was super excited to play against Corleone from Cincinnati. He didn't get to play, but I was super excited to get to play against him. But I was nervous, of course. But anytime I get nervous, it's not like an unconfidence nervous. It's like I'm excited nervous because I look back at my career and I'm like, man, I played against the Alabamas. I played against all those teams who had guys that are that good, that legit. It's not the first time for me that I'm going against somebody that's of this caliber.
For you guys as an offensive line, where do you think you've taken the biggest steps forward, maybe since that first bye week?
Yeah, I think confidence-wise. I think we finally started to gel as a group. I think I said a couple weeks ago, whenever I did media, that we kind of started our gelling process, but the continuity wasn't just quite there yet. I think we've taken a huge step since then.
You mentioned your time in the SEC. Are there any players that you still remember that you might compare to Dante or anyone else?
What was his name? It was my very first SEC game ever. I got my butt whipped in the first half pretty bad against Arkansas. I know his nickname was the Vanilla Gorilla. I remember him pretty vividly. I remember that whole week of practice as well. And I remember in the first half, I looked at my O-line coach and I was like, man, this is crazy. And then I kind of turned it up a little bit in the second half and started kind of figuring myself out. And then there's another guy from LSU, my very first year. I forgot what his name was. I think it's Farrell. I know that was his last name. He's from LSU. And same thing kind of happened that game. First half, I was getting my butt kicked. And then the second half, I kind of pulled it together. I was like, all right, I kind of got it figured out now. And so I played against guys that are really, really good, really, really big, really, really strong. And so just another one of those challenges that I'm ready to attack.
For you guys playing on the road, night game, how much does your experience and communication with Jalen, how much does that help you guys as an offense as a whole?
Yeah, we blare music during practice, so we kind of already know what to expect. We know it's going to be loud. I think I literally just saw on their Twitter that it's going to be it's our homecoming, it's sold out, and it's a blackout. And so we know the energy is going to be there. People talk about home field advantage. It is a real thing, but that energy is also going to feed into us, and that's something I'm excited for.
For you with the different packages, whenever Zeke or Cole come into the game, what's that like on your end in terms of communication, making sure everything's good? When you have a guy coming in for maybe just a handful of snaps that you're snapping it to him.
Yeah, we kind of already know the plays when we have those personnel come in, and so during the week, whenever we practice those plays, I don't think they're the same plays every week, but we typically have a set play that we have when those people come into the game. And so whenever they come in, I'm like, all right, I already know where my mind's shifting of what play is going to be run, and so I can kind of have an idea already in the huddle. But nothing really changes other than that.